booking my trip to Pandora.
You just need a ticket to Animal Kingdom. Don't worry, we'll talk about it on this episode of Next Stop, Main Street.
Welcome to another episode of Next Stop, Main Street. I'm Marlena.
I'm Angela. Oh wait, I'm Lenny.
And I'm Angela.
Today's episode is all about news, because we're all ears. So we're going to talk about all the, well, that's true, ours are up here now, I guess. All news this episode, because there's a lot floating around in the Disney universe.
This was the craziest week
in Disney news.
Like, it was insane.
Tons of dates came out, which I love. Tons of trailers, tons of updates. So we had to spend a whole episode talking about it. So we should probably hop right into it.
Let's get started.
Let's
hop right into it.
Let's hop right into it. Let's start in California. So what is some of the news coming out of California, Angela?
All right, well, we'll start with Star Wars Land, because that's happening in California and Florida in 2019. Very exciting. But that's really all the news we have on that.
And the anticipation is huge.
Oh, yeah. It's, like, ginormous. And a little bit of somber news. The changing of Tower of Terror is continuing. It just keeps going more. Oh, it's so sad. So, the new Guardians of the Galaxy ride, called Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout, which is at Disney's California Adventure, taking the place of Tower of Terror. They've been doing some renovations on it, and from what we've heard from press releases and some interviews, that the main structure of the ride is staying very similar. They're not changing it. They're just doing some updates to, obviously make it fit the movie. So when you walk into the main, where the lobby was, that's now going to be the Collector, who is the villain in Guardians of the Galaxy. That's going to be like his museum with all of his like artifacts. And obviously we're going to get some really nice Easter eggs from the movies and stuff, and you'll see some cool kind of visual pieces from the movies that you can recognize. And then when we move into where the library movie was, that's going to be redone into the Collector's kind of like, I don't want to call it lair, but like his own room. And Rocket Raccoon, instead of the Twilight Zone, he's going to lead you in a little movie about like what's going to happen. Very similar. Again, the ride is staying the same. And then when you go into the boiler room, they're actually not going to be changing the boiler room. They're still going to call it the boiler room. They're just going to make it a little bit more industrial. It was always industrial, but they're going to make it a little bit more steampunk. They're going to clean up the colors a little bit.
Futuristic.
Exactly. They're going to make it fit. And then your ride is still your up-drop randomized sequence with just tons of added audio-visual effects that kind of fit in with the movie. All they can say is that it's just chaos right now, that it's going to be a lot to take in on your first ride. You're going to want to go on a ton. So, very exciting. Mission Breakout. As much as I'm going to miss Tower of Terror, I want to go on.
Is that the name of it? Mission Breakout?
It's going to be called Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout. Yep.
Mission Breakout. And we don't have a date for opening. I know Tower of Terror just closed, I think a month ago or earlier this month.
Yeah.
Like that. So, still.
It's going to be a little bit.
It's going to be a while, but they've done some exterior and interior design work.
It's just sad when you see a classic, a staple, and they change it for, for a pop culture movie hit.
Yeah, I know.
And it's kind of weird to me, but I don't ride Tower of Terror anyways. I feel like I'm above that. And,
By above, he means he's scared.
I know. I'm actually a little surprised they didn't change the Florida Tower of Terror, and they changed the California.
Well, I'm sure they're going to see the reaction they get from
maybe
California
it'll be
first.
I hope not. I love Tower of Terror. It's one of my favorites.
The best part about Tower of Terror is when you're driving on the bus or you're driving on the road, you can see it in the distance.
Yeah.
And it's just a top fin just says Hollywood, Tower of Terror. It's awesome.
Yeah.
It's just, yeah.
You know you're in Disney when you see that.
I know. So, California news, check.
All right, so let's head over to Disney World news, or specific Disney World news. Some sad news for people who love the nighttime spectacular at Magic Kingdom Wishes. Lenny, what's happening with that?
They have completely overhauled it and have now changed it. It's now going to be called Happily Ever After. I'm excited. I've seen Wishes
Many times.
A billion times.
55 times, and finally a change to it. I know Wishes is awesome, between Jiminy Cricket and the music and the fireworks all going together and Tinkerbell swinging down from the castle.
Hey, but they've confirmed that Tinkerbell is staying. Tinkerbell is still going to fly.
There we go. But I'm excited to see what they have next. And you know for a fact, ladies, that they're going to get rid of probably their best fireworks display. You think they're going to replace it with something
not as good?
Yeah, I know.
No,
Yeah, I
it's
know.
going to be even better and grander and more fascinating. So I'm pumped
excited.
for it. I can't wait.
Yeah, and when is the first day for that?
May 11th.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, May 11th is the last day for Wishes. May 12th is the first day for Happily Ever After.
Okay.
That's why we keep her around.
All right. And in restaurant news, there's huge news about a character breakfast that has just been announced with some new characters that we never actually see together. And, you know, you do see them for like photo ops, but never together in a dining experience. It is Disney couples. Do we know who the couples are? And we'll say where it is soon, but...
Yeah, so it's going to be... Right now, we only know that it's couples from Tangled and The Little Mermaid. So we're going to have Flynn and Rapunzel, which I'm so excited for. Like, I'm more excited than Ariel and Eric from The Little Mermaid. Like, I love Rapunzel. Woo!
Yeah, so, I mean, you never see the princes in any of these sort of character meals.
Yeah.
So this breakfast is going to take place on the boardwalk at Trattoria El Forno.
Trattoria El Forno.
It's a mouthful if you do not speak
Italian.
Italian. Yeah.
I know, Trattoria El Forno.
And it's going to come late spring, so it has just been announced. We don't know the dates. You can't make a reservation yet because they have not announced the date.
I think it's like late April-ish.
Yeah, but it's going to be amazing if you want to have a new character experience that you have not had in other restaurants so far.
Have you eaten there before?
I have
not for any meal, no.
No, it's good. It's a nice restaurant, yeah. Oh, hey, you're a visitor. Yeah, it's a good place to eat, and it's a nice little touch they're gonna add to Boardwalk, especially, which doesn't have anything like that.
I love the Boardwalk.
Yeah. So late spring it opens. Reservations are not available yet, but keep your eye out for any news. Follow us on Twitter, and I'm sure as soon as we hear, we'll let you know. We plan on going, hopefully.
Yeah, I know. As soon as we get our reservation, we'll tell you.
We'll let you know. So another huge park announcement, probably the biggest park announcement
in a while.
Besides, we knew things were coming, but an actual official date has just been announced for what, Lenny?
Pandora in Animal Kingdom.
Animal Kingdom.
May 27th.
May 27th. And guess what? Next Stop Main Street will be there.
They will be there.
We're going to be there opening day.
Maybe reporting live because me and the producer, Brian, Marlene's husband, will not be there.
So yeah, we're so excited. We're going to make sure that we take lots of pictures and videos for you guys to see it if you cannot make it at all this year or anytime soon.
Yeah, we booked like tons of dining and like we got our like reservations ready, and then we heard that it was opening, so we took everything and pushed it back a day.
Yeah, our whole schedule changed when we found out we were going to be there and the date was opening.
We're going.
So yeah, I knew it was going to be close to being announced because people were saying they were seeing testing of rides at nighttime.
Yeah.
There's pictures floating around of some of the floating cloud mountain things being tested. So I knew it was coming close the date they were going to announce it was going to open. And now it's almost here, which I feel like it's been so long.
Since we first found out about it.
Since they broke ground. I feel like it's been forever.
I think it went by fast.
Really?
And I hope...
I think it's... Yeah, they announced it a lot sooner.
Hopefully this is the pace they're using for Star Wars Land or Toy Story Land. Like, you know, get it up and quick, but make sure it's efficient, it's working well.
Yeah.
Yeah, can I talk about the story a little bit of what they're kind of thinking for Pandora? So,
thinking it's happening.
Oh yeah, but like this is kind of like what's like the kind of like the motive behind it.
Okay.
So if you check out visitpandora.com or at visitpandora on Twitter or Instagram, that you can get a link to the website is beautiful. If you haven't checked it out yet, I totally recommend it. We'll put the link right here. And so basically ACE, which is Alpha Centauri Expeditions, is kind of it's traveling passengers light years across space to go check out Pandora, and you'll be able to go down the what is it called, the Casbavan River, and you're gonna hear sacred songs and see wildlife, and it's supposed to be a very immersive experience from this ACE Expedition Tour Center.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Sounds great.
And if you're just a fan of Avatar and you've been waiting for the movies to come out, and you know, Avatar is the top grossing movie of all time. Hard to, I mean, that's a fact, okay? So people love that movie, are awaiting the next movies, which is taking forever. I think they're in pre-production right now. But this is going to be a great addition to Animal Kingdom, who needs a little... a little spark. And it's going to be something different, because even if you never watched the movie, it's just going to be a fun new land for you.
Yeah.
You know?
We're getting 2 new rides and then 2 new food and beverage locations. We're gonna get the Navi River journey, and we're gonna get the Flight of Passage. And the Flight of Passage is kind of like Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like it's gonna be that kind of like visual. You're sitting and you're swerving. I know.
But you know, that's where rides are going to now.
I'm so excited because I'm not gonna lie. Like we're Disney junkies, but I'm also a Harry Potter junkie. Like I love Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey. So I'm really hoping they kind of took inspiration from that.
Yeah.
And they're kind of trying to almost compete with this. So
and I feel like that's where rides are going to anyways, because it immerses the rider in a more of all of their senses.
Yeah.
Their visual, you know what I mean? Like, so I feel like a lot of rides,
Disney
newer rides, and I'm sure Disney Imagineers are kind of moving towards that kind of technology.
They're really breaking
Get rid of the whole, boring roller coaster ride. We don't need that anymore.
Yeah. Don't forget, he doesn't like those.
Yeah, and there's also 2 food and drink locations. There's going to be a nice restaurant From the kind of concept art, it almost looks like it's going to be a buffet, but I'm not really sure, so don't quote me on
Angela, it's not concept art anymore. It's opening in 2 months.
But the concept art, because we haven't seen pictures.
We
haven't seen pictures.
Hey, we haven't walked into the park yet.
I know. As soon as we see pictures, so that's called the Satuli Canteen, which is like their main food, and then there's also the Pangu Pangu drink station.
Nice. I like a Pangu Pangu.
I know. I don't know what Pangu Pangu.
I don't know, but it sounds fun.
I know. I want to go.
To go to it.
Yeah.
So, and we are March 27th.
Woo!
All right, so our last piece of news is huge in the Walt Disney Pictures news sector. The trailer, the last official trailer, has come out for Beauty and the Beast, opening March 17th. Now, this is important to me because Belle was my favorite princess growing up, one of my favorite movies, and even my wedding was sort of Beauty and the Beast themed, and our first dance was Beauty and the Beast. So, super important to me. I got goosebumps when I watched it. If you haven't watched it, I'm going to put a link in our description for you to go see the trailer. How excited are we for this live action Beauty and the Beast?
Angela?
I'm excited. And I use the word excited, but I don't. The live actions are not my favorite. So I'm really hoping that they change that with this one. I want to like it so badly, but Mrs. Potts is so scary looking. I don't like her, but I'm really hoping that this is a kind of a game changer for me because Cinderella, Jungle Book, they're not for me. I don't like them. I would rather just go sit on my couch and watch the original. So I'm really hoping that this is a change for me.
Yeah, I mean, it is. If you love the cartoons that much and then, live action a little bit different, I think it looks fantastic. When Marlena first showed me the trailer, I thought it was beautiful, the way they did it.
Yeah,
he looks a little bit different than he does in the cartoon, but it's nothing, dramatic. I think it looks overall pretty awesome, and I'm gonna go see it opening day probably.
Yeah, I mean, listen, if you take anything from animation and bring it to live action, it's going to look different.
Yeah.
Right. There's no way to keep it looking the same because you're going from something that's hand drawn or computer drawn to CGI and then live people or captioned. So, it's going to look different. What I love about it, and you can notice it in the trailer, is that there's a lot of things that are scene by scene taken from the original movie. So they're really trying to stay, straight to the animation movie. There's some video or trailers hopping around. You can hear Emma Watson singing. The songs are amazing. They added, I think, just one new song, which a lot of times live actions are notorious for adding new songs that you don't know about.
There's a John Legend one, right?
Yeah. No, John Legend and Ariana Grande are doing the Beauty and the Beast tale all this time.
Celine Dion is doing one.
She's doing a version too. And then Josh Groban has a new song that's going to be added to the credits to the end of the song.
That's some star power.
Mm-hmm. With lots of star power.
Yeah.
The movie's full of star power.
Right.
Josh Gad.
Our
favorite snowman.
Ewan McGregor, Kevin Kline,
Emma Watson,
Dan
obviously.
Stevens from Downton Abbey. He's the Beast. Emma Watson obviously is Belle. Lots of star power in this movie. And I'm super excited about it. I think it's going to do so well. And this is a great way to introduce a new generation to Beauty and the Beast. If you haven't shown the animated version, this is a great way to show them and then go see the live action. All right, that's all we have for We're All Ears. We hope you enjoyed this episode. Make sure that you
like, comment, and subscribe.
Very important. Right down here, leave your comments. If you want to ask us a question, if there's a piece of news that you heard that you want to let us know about, we want to hear about it. Also, follow us on Twitter. We're always retweeting and following other Disney bloggers and also Disney themselves to keep up on all the news.
You're kind of gesturing towards...
Island Ear Company.
Yeah.
Yeah, check out Island Ear Company. I make homemade ears. I will leave a link in the description. Tons of links in the description today. And especially tweet at us and leave us comments, your questions regarding your next Disney trip and how we can help you better. Because we're going to do a Q&A. We want to kind of answer your questions, give you some of our amazing knowledge. So let us know. Yeah.
All right, that's all we have for Next Stop Main Street. We'll see you next time. Probably on Main Street.
So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to all our videos for the latest updates on Next Stop Main Street.
And make sure you check out all of our other Disney videos by clicking up here.
Make sure you follow us on social media.